Most people think they know where their money goes. I definitely thought I did. But the truth hits you like a ton of bricks the moment you actually track every single dollar. So, I decided to run an experiment. For 30 days, I did exactly that. I wrote down every single purchase, every bank fee, every useless little expense. And what I discovered is the real reason why so many of us stay broke without even realizing it. It's not about the big, obvious purchases. It's about the invisible leaks, the silent drains that quietly empty your wallet day after day. So, let's break down these hidden spending traps and how you can finally plug them. First up, the small daily habits that add up to a fortune. You see, most people don't go broke buying a house or a car. They go broke from the small, repeated, almost mindless purchases. $5 for a coffee here, $10 for a quick lunch there, $20 on an impulse buy you see online. Individually, they feel like nothing. It's just $5, right? But when you add them all up at the end of the month, the total is absolutely shocking. I found over $300 in my budget that just vanished into these tiny transactions. $300. That's a car payment, a big chunk of a student loan, or a significant investment for your future. The first step to getting rich is to stop making yourself poor on a daily basis. Start noticing these small purchases because that's where the real damage is being done. Next, and this was a huge eye-opener for me, is emotional spending. When I wrote down not just what I bought, but why I bought it, I noticed a powerful pattern. Most of my spending had absolutely nothing to do with need. It was driven entirely by emotion. I was bored, so I browsed Amazon. I was stressed from work, so I ordered expensive takeout to treat myself. I felt lonely, so I bought tickets to an event I didn't even really want to go to. I was celebrating a small win, so I splurged on something I didn't need. Our emotions have a direct line to our wallets. We use spending as a crutch, a distraction, or a reward. The problem is, the relief is temporary, but the bill is permanent. The real breakthrough happens when you become aware of this. When you feel that urge to spend, pause and ask yourself, what am I really feeling right now? And is this purchase truly going to solve it? Usually, the answer is no. Recognizing the emotional trigger is the first step to breaking the cycle and taking back control. Now let's talk about a modern-day financial plague. Subscription creep, you know what I'm talking about. Streaming services, music apps, fitness memberships, monthly boxes, software tools. The list is endless. Each one seems so cheap on its own. $7.99 a month, $12.99. No big deal. But these small recurring charges quietly stack up until they form a massive, silent drain on your paycheck. They are designed to be forgotten. You set it and forget it, and the company hopes you never look back. During my 30-day audit, I found 4 subscriptions I had completely forgotten I was paying for. 4. By simply canceling them, I gave myself an instant raise of over $50 a month. That's $600 a year just for making a few clicks. Go through your bank statements right now. Guarantee you'll find at least 1 or 2 subscriptions you can cut without even noticing. Each cancellation is like getting a raise without having to ask your boss. All right, let's get to one of the biggest culprits, the convenience problem. We live in a world that sells us convenience at every turn. Pre-made coffee, food delivery apps, pre-cut vegetables, ride-sharing services for short distances. We pay a premium for speed and ease. But here's the secret. Convenience isn't free. In fact, it's probably the most expensive and bloated category in most people's budgets. That $5 coffee could be made at home for 50 cents. That $30 food delivery order could have been a $10 home-cooked meal. We tell ourselves we don't have time, but what we're really doing is trading our future wealth for a little bit of present-day laziness. When I looked at my spending, the amount of money I was paying just to avoid a small effort was staggering. Making your own lunch, brewing your own coffee, or planning your meals for the week might seem like small changes, but they have a massive financial impact over time. Convenience is a luxury, not a necessity. And treating it like a necessity is a fast track to staying broke. Finally, I want to talk about the most dangerous phrase in personal finance. Just this once. I looked back at my 30-day journal. I had written this exact phrase, or a version of it, 17 times. 17 times in 1 month. Each time, it was an excuse to break my own rules, to avoid discipline. I'll start my budget tomorrow. I'll just get this one thing today. I know I shouldn't, but it's been a long week, so just this once. The problem with just this once is that it's never just once. It creates a habit of making exceptions, and soon, the exceptions become the rule. Your financial success doesn't depend on one heroic act of saving. It depends on small, consistent, daily discipline. Motivation will fade. That's a guarantee. But discipline is what carries you through. Every time you say just this once, you're stealing from your future self. The profits you want in the future, the financial freedom you dream of, depend on the discipline you build today. Consistency will always beat short-term motivation. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Tracking your money for 30 days was about more than just numbers on a page. It was a mirror that showed me my habits, my emotions, and the unconscious patterns that were secretly sabotaging my financial goals. It revealed the gap between where I thought my money was going and where it was actually going. Hey, and here's the beautiful part. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you have that awareness, you gain the power to change. You can start redirecting that money away from mindless consumption and toward the life you actually want to build, whether that's saving for a down payment, investing for retirement, or traveling the world. It all starts with awareness. Control begins with awareness, and ultimately, wealth begins with control. Don't just guess where your money is going. Find out. Track it. Face the truth. It might be uncomfortable at first, but I promise you, it's the most powerful step you can take toward financial freedom. Thanks so much for watching. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that helps you take control of your money and your life. Let me know in the comments what your biggest invisible leak is. See you in the next one.